What color would you represent yourself with? Many of the designers who I know are always dressed in black. In talking about the color as identity design, the Coca-Cola should be mentioned. The Coca-Cola cleverly adopted vivid red in early 20th century and has applied the vivid red to all types of promotion items. For them, the vivid red combined with white is the identity design. Nowadays, everybody recognizes the red-white costume of Santa Claus. But not many people know that Santa Claus has been in this costume only since he became the commercial model of a Coca-Cola company in 1930s. Before that, the Saint Nicholas, another name of Santa Claus, used to be dressed in no typical wardrobe. And in fact, the color of a Coke is not the vivid red at all. The emotional characteristics of the vivid red matched to the sweet black soda. Have you ever been in South Korea? If yes, then you should know the soju. Soju is a distilled beverage native to Korea and made from potatoes or sweet potatoes. It is widely consumed because of its relatively low price. Every province in South Korea has its own local soju brand. But in terms of color, soju is actually clear and colorless. When you type in soju in imaging search engines, a lot of green bottles are immediately resulted. In 1998, one of the major soju producers in Korea introduced this light green as the bottle color, and soon the rest of the soju producers followed this color trend. Meanwhile, as you see here, consumers identify light green as the color of soju. However, in 1998, as the company newly introduced the color, it was a very challenging attempt. The company had to focus on emotional value that consumers expected and also the company pursued. Based on a deep research, the light green, the color of bamboo, was selected. Since then, the light green has been consistently applied not only to the bottle of soju, but also to various types of touching points of consumers. In a global scale, we can figure out the hue characteristics of companies. In 2006, the Fortune magazine announced 100 companies. Their corporate identities were sorted according to the hue of the color here. As design house worked for that and displayed here, the food companies are located in red and orange segment. At blue area, you observe some IT companies. The fashion brands who produce colorful products, they rather have neutral colors as corporate color, and typically black. In this way, you can identify the color trend. In order to earn a high awareness through the corporate color successfully, a consistent usage is pretty much essential. Once the awareness has reached to a certain level, like the yellow and red of Shell Company, or vivid red and white of Coca-Cola Company, or the light green of Korean Soju Company before, it becomes much easier then to promote their product or brands or the company itself. I once photographed the postal boxes in different countries. France, Germany in yellow, Korea, Poland in red, Taiwan in green and red. In Taiwan, they distinguish domestic mails from international ones. Each country has achieved high awareness of postal service through the consistent usage of the color. So the color is an efficient tool to create an identity not only for the commercial companies. Even an individual can promote himself or herself through a color. Mr. Karim Rashid is a New York-based designer, and he is often identified with hot pink with black. In his products, as well as in his fashion, a lot of times that color combination has been frequently observed. Hot pink with black has a high contrast and therefore stimulates provocative emotion. That is actually very much describing the styles of his works. So if you are interested in achieving the awareness through a color, please keep two things in your mind. First, an emotional coherency. Color can synergize your message only when the emotional appeal is in the same voice. Second, use the selected color again and over again, being patient with the same color. Stay with that. Someday, people will identify and recognize your product or your company or yourself just by viewing the color. Thank you.